We're here at the inaugural Retail Show Australia 2025 at the Melbourne Exhibition Conference and Exhibition Centre. And I'm here with the well-known good friend, Eddie Zhao from Victorian Chamber of Commerce. Eddie, always great to see you.
Thanks, Lawrence. Well, very nice to see you too.
So, Eddie, you were a fantastic opening speech today to actually launch the show. Tell us about how you're involved.
Yeah, look, as you know, Lawrence, I always involved with this international engagement, whether it's export or whether it's import. Hisense actually, we came to know, referred by of one of the contacts, and they run a retail show in Australia. I said, wow, that's the first time I heard a Chinese service company actually set up this sort of present in overseas countries. There are a lot of trade shows in China. But then they said, they need a bit of support. They're not familiar with local. We said, yep, we got a lot of members in the retail industry, and I'm quite happy to support them and market that. Yeah,
it's a great fit because, as you say, I think Australian retailers, Victorian retailers are really keen to look at new innovation, new ideas, new products, and there's a good mix of different exhibitors here on display.
Yeah, absolutely. When we're talking about retail, although lots of people say they're actually the bottom of the food chain because reaching the customer. But that's all the purpose for the business. Whether you're importing, you got to sell somewhere. And retail is actually really one of the tentacles to reach to the end customer. So in this case, I think it's good for the city economy, good for the state economy, but it's also good for the business community overall.
Yeah, very true. Now, let's talk about, you've got a big delegation going overseas next year again, as you always do.
Yeah, that's right. We, obviously, we are part of the trade mission. It's our market visit, the program. Because when you're dealing with international trade, it's nothing you can't replace. You have to go to the market. We basically have two signature trade events. One is on the first half of the year, we call the China Business Programs. It's really about, this is one of the signature programs we've done for years, and working with the Chamber of Commerce in Jiangsu province and help Australian exporters and importers as well to find reliable partners. And we also, coming to China next, the Canton Fair, which is the largest fair in the world. And this particular for people who are sourcing product, people, all kind of product under one roof. That's why we see a lot of interest in that. And we try to facilitate, make everyone's jobs easier to go to this dynamic show. Yeah.
And it was great what you said as part of the opening speech as well, Eddie, about how today's expo is such a great way of actually bringing some overseas companies to Australia so they can actually meet them in person as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about cost of doing business, right? So these days, and as everything crunches, so some people have to go to overseas. You've got no choice because you want to close to the customer, you want to close to your suppliers. However, there are some leading actually supplier here, and you don't have to make the international travel. So that's really about low-hanging fruit that you can check it around and may save some of some of your travel bills. So, but again, give you a bit of taste about what the product in that, and also maybe from there you can say, look, do I need to go to specific shows to connect with more supplier, or I maybe work with the supplier for the time being and see how I go. Yeah,
fantastic. So thank you so much, Eddie. I think you're a great ambassador for what the show's all about, to help companies grow, expand, become more productive and profitable. They're already booked in for next year, so it's I'm sure that Hisense and the show is going to go from strength to strength, especially with people such as yourself supporting them and helping them really, provide the value add to the Australian companies.
Fantastic. Thanks, Lawrence. I know you are the forefront for a lot of these international engagement or international delegations. So congratulations for the job well done. I was surprised that they engage with a partner, but I think they make it a very good choice.
Thank you, Eddie. I always appreciate your support. And likewise, you're an international trade guru yourself. Victoria is very lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks.